Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another live trading session. Had some good earnings after the bell yesterday. However, this morning we had GDP drop 1.4%, which is not good for the economy overall. As you can see here, we came down to Valley Area high from yesterday, bounced off of it. Probably look to take a short if we lose this. VWAP might be another good area to short, and if we happen to get into if we happen to get above the high from yesterday, I'm probably looking at point of control, so I might take a long there. Currently rejecting off VWAP. I think the market might try to go up here and test it again, but the way it looks right now, it looks kind of like we want to sell off. But anything's possible, especially when that market opens. Just trying to be patient today. Made a lot of trades yesterday in the afternoon. Looks like we're kind of in a sideways range so far. Popped out outside of value, and we'll see what happens from here. Just figure out where this valley area high is coming from. Okay. So we'll see. We got quite the distribution overnight. Got some high volume areas here we'll be looking at. But as of right now, pretty much a rejection off VWAP. 30-minute, we have the 5 or the 9 starting to point down. You have this overall arching trend upwards. 5-minute trending down. I think the earnings was good yesterday, but the GDP this morning just dampened the good sentiment. So not good, but who knows how the market will react. We have a big gap on the SPY this morning. So we closed at 417 on the SPY, gapping up to 422. That's a pretty significant gap up. Maybe looking for that to get filled today. See what happens. Yeah, that's pretty much all we got. SPY is gapping up into an area of resistance. So market's opened up here. Go back up to VWAP. High from yesterday. Wow, just straight up. Trying to break yesterday's high. Not having much success. Now going to Valley Area high. Previous days. Looks like point of control up there might be the target. See if that's a naked point of control. Nope, it is not. Might try on this retest here. Really missed my entry though. And we got stopped out. Hooray. Probably should have looked for VWAP. We got stopped out. Hooray. Alright. 2 really bad trades so far. Gonna reset and just wait for a good opportunity. It's not a good way to practice patience. Come down, trying to reverse this. Yes, dumping pretty hard actually. The full reversal. Wow. Such a strong move up. Then we fully reverse downwards. Looking at VWAP. Almost had it. We'll put an order there. See if we come back up and touch it. A minute left of this 5-minute candle. Probably shouldn't have been trying to go long because we do have 30-minute crossing down, 5 minutes cross down. So here's our entry into VWAP. Good entry there. Nice rejection. Really nice rejection. Coming down. Made a lower low. Pretty strong selling pressure here. Stopped out. Up $50 on the day, so we were able to make back our bad trades up here. Maybe another VWAP entry. Just barely. It doesn't look like we're going to get this filled. We'll just leave it there just in case. Not sure if we're going to get this filled. Just going to try to be patient though. You see the 9 is starting to try to curl up. We do have a crossover in the 30-minute here. Try to short point of control here. If we're continuing to trend down, we shouldn't break this. We never got the chance, maybe. Do have this downtrend. Alright, so bounce on a valid area high from yesterday. If we break that, I'm looking for a short. Looking at possibly point of control now. Point of control shifted downwards. I'm going to try to short point of control. It shifted back up here. Point of control shifted down again. I want to give it some room to breathe, but I do want to keep some profit on the table. There's 185. 4 trades so far, 2 losing, 2 winning. Just glad this one took out our losing trades up here. Market looked really strong at the beginning, but came back down pretty hard. So we're still in this prevailing downtrend. Okay, looks like a flag. A nice volume right here. So in theory, we should be able to get a sell here. But we missed our entry. Back down to value area low or value area high from yesterday. Trying to bounce off of it. 5-minute candle's about to close out in 2 minutes. Breaking it. Like to see a possible retest. Kind of scared though because we might pop to the top side of this channel. We're not getting filled on this. Continue to sell off. SPY's filling the gap. It almost got that fill. Just almost. Gosh darn it. We missed it by like a tick. We go up and try to test it again. like to get this entry. I think we're going down to point of control there. Looks like we might get it here. Bulls are trying to fight, trying to get back up here. I don't know if we're going to get a fill. I'm scared that if we get a fill, we might pop back up here. Check to point of control from previous day. Just sad we barely got it. Made a lower low. I want to FOMO into this. We broke the channel, continuing down much lower. Be a retest of this downtrend. It's not the greatest downtrend, but just missing all our entries, man. This retest, we just barely got it. Point of control like we thought. See what happens here. Point of control, see if we bounce. This point of control from yesterday, so we lose this, we're going value area low. We have sold off quite a bit though. pretty heavy. We got stopped out. Theory was this downtrend would not get broken. Downtrend's getting broken. So this channel, so maybe point of control here from previous day. Be a good area to short. So this is because of FOMO. I knew that we'd probably get a bounce here at point of control. That's why that was our target from here. I'd like to see a retest up here. Sorry, I just totally forgot about the music. It must be so boring just listening to me. Doesn't seem like we're gonna get our entry again. Well, maybe not. I think we want to go to value area low from yesterday. Don't really see a strong buy up here. I'd like to see a good break of point of control from yesterday. Yeah, good enough distance here. Hope so. We might go with another contract here. And we're about to get stopped out. Goodness. Scared that we might go back up here. Right when I decide to go for two contracts, we get stopped out of both. Just terrible. Might be secondary pullback. Figure out what the market wants to do. Looks like it wants to go lower. Confident that will probably come down. This is probably a pullback and then a resumption down. Break point of control. Definitely going to be coming down to value area low from yesterday. We tried to come back up here and we failed. Trying to get above value area high from yesterday, so thought that was looking kind of heavy here. Able to make a higher high, so that's good. Made a lower low in the previous candle. Point control still up here. There's the breakdown. We're almost out of one contract. Seems like it's come down kind of hard. We're out of one. Perfect. There's no way we can lose on this trade. Probably secure some profit up here. Point control from yesterday should hold as some area of resistance. We are rejecting off of it. I just want to make sure I give this thing enough room to breathe. Value area low from previous days. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Happy with that. I wanted value area low from yesterday, but we have this value area low from a previous day, and it kind of looks like we're trying to bounce off of it. So I went ahead and kept that real close just to get out. I might have a retest here, point of control. Could be a good area to enter, but 1340 on the day, 9 trades. These 2 trades up here just totally killed me. This entry here on the VWAP test, really good. Just that we didn't hold it. We took profit here. Probably should have just let this breathe because we had a significant sell-off from our initial pump in the morning. So there's obviously momentum to the downside. Should have kept this and just let it breathe. And if I got stopped out, I got stopped out. But seeing all these top wicks, nice channel here forming. Didn't draw it right the first couple times. Tried to go at this top here, but this top was just so impulsive down that it didn't really make for a good area to draw a trend line. Started to draw this one. This one had some good reactions. Came back down here. Saw this rejection. Decided to go in here. Kept my stops up here. Pretty risky. But I was pretty comfortable with that because this was probably a secondary pullback. So came down, came back up. Retest here. Came back down. And it fit in pretty well with this trend line that we drew. We had a lot of good reactions. This one, should have kept this one. Like I think I'm just killing my trades way too early. And I think when my trades don't work out, buying a second one right away does not usually end well for me. And yeah, it's definitely looking like we went down today. GDP was a mess. We have earnings, but I mean, a lot of other stocks, it seems, aren't doing too well. We do have the 10-year at 0.46, dollars up at 0.7, so that's going to put a lot of pressure on the S&P. Nasdaq trying to come back up here, above point of control from yesterday. Could be a retest of this area. We had a lot of reactions going on here, so we could get a possibly, if point of control shifts down here, might be indication to sell. But currently rejecting of point of control from yesterday. Really happy with this exit. Yeah, just awesome trade, $1,000 trade. Pretty happy with this, seeing this secondary pullback here. Leg down, up, and then down. And then here's another pullback up. And it looks like we have a good rejection. I wanted to hold until value area low, but I saw 1300 on the table, and I'm like, well, pretty happy with that. So we can't complain. 1300, really happy. 30 minutes of trading, which is pretty nice. I gotta wait and don't trade the first 5 or so minutes unless there's a really good setup. This was a terrible setup. I honestly thought that we were gonna bounce off of the high from yesterday and continue higher. That's what this candle kind of indicated, but I should have been watching Delta and paid the price for it, $500. So we could have had 1840. And the funny thing is, today my win to loss ratio is I have a lower winning ratio than my losing. However, the profit trades were so much greater than the losing trades, and that's why most times stops are good. Here you have high conviction. I'm trying to not delete my stops, instead just move them into an area where I think makes sense. I put them right above this value area high from yesterday as an area to take profit, or as an area for a stop. Looks like we're having good bounces here off of the value area low from a previous day. So I'm pretty happy with that exit. Might be a good area to short here if this trend line still holds true. But yeah, that's it for me today. Pretty happy, 1340 there. Happy with this morning session. My patience definitely could have been a lot better, especially on these 2 trades. Should have waited to see what was going on. Good rejection here off of value area high from previous day. I believe this was Tuesday. Yep, from Tuesday. Today is Thursday. So overall, really happy. We're having a break here of this downtrend, so just something to note. We could fall back in, but it seems like the market wants to go back up to value area high possibly, or even this point of control area. Surprised that we got past this point of control here very easily. Point of control did shift down, so that might be a good area for a short if we saw that point of control shift. Obviously, did not happen. Buyers are still pretty strong here. Overall trend for today, though, I'd say we go down. GDP is a pretty big economic indicator of how things are going overall. And it kind of seems like it's not doing so well. So that's where I am assuming we're going to go. We're going to go down. We do have very important earnings after the bell today. We got Intel, Apple, Amazon. Twitter was this morning. Southwest, Caterpillar. So a lot of important earnings. We'll see what happens. But overall trend, you can't deny is downwards. We could definitely pop back up. But really happy with this exit here. Yeah, that's all I have. If you guys are continuing to trade, be patient. Good luck out there, and I hope you have a profitable day. Peace.